Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to Antimater Chemistry. Don't know why I have to move my hand to accent every word, but I do. So at the end of last episode, we had finally killed the Ender Dragon. That took way longer than the video ran, trust me. I edited out a bunch of stuff. So many death markers, so much death, so much trial and error, yeah. But managed to get a couple of cool things from the end. After I finished filming, I bridged across some of the islands just to see if I could find some stuff in the end. Never found any end cities or anything like that. Went ahead and gathered up some ender lilies. Got some chorus fruit. Went ahead and ate one. Says it's assisted in adding hearts, but we've gotten no more extra hearts down there. But I also went ahead and got the dragon egg. Now the dragon egg, the way I got it was I broke it with my pickaxe and it kind of like teleported itself. And then let's see if we can demonstrate. No, not with obsidian because that'll be kind of difficult to break. Let's do like this. So let's say that's the dragon egg and there's a block underneath it. So I broke the block here and put a half slab. And then when I can't do an example, Piggy, if you don't have your tools ready. When I broke this, the dragon egg fell on the half slab and it turned it into an object like laying on the ground, kind of like something like that. And then I went over and picked it up. And then all day long I should have good luck. I think that's how it works. But I went ahead and made a blank data model so we can make a dragon egg. And I kind of made a little bit of a mistake in last episode. I have no idea why this mod pack was set up this way. I didn't even catch it until I was editing. So here in the end of chapter 4, we eat a cake to enter the end, and that's where we fought the dragon. Chapter 5 is right here. Chapter 6 is right here. So somehow, chapter 4 opened up chapter 5 and 6 at the same time, allowing us the ability to go fight the dragon. Now, what's also strange is Ender Dragon data model. Craft an Ender Dragon data model. Okay, so I think I've bookmarked that, right? Yeah, let's bookmark that. You can't build it until you have a dragon egg. So I get the feeling like some of the logic path for the way this is designed is kind of backwards. Like this should be here where you go fight the Ender Dragon, you get yourself an Ender egg, and now you can create a dragon data model. So I was kind of kicking myself for not building this at first and fighting the dragon and not being able to get any info in my little memory thing. But they're opposites. And then all of this is in a chapter ahead of this. It just didn't make any sense. So I went ahead and I got myself some ender pearls. We get ender lilies for that, which I've already collected. Kill endermen or break some ender lilies. So I've got myself some ender lilies. I'm not sure what machine we've got to put these in, but I'm going to hold on to them for now. And then a manufactory key machine for making reactors. And I know some people have said down in the comment section about reactors. I think reactors is what's going to help us make power. And so making power is going to end up helping us in the long run, running some really big machines and stuff like that. So that's kind of what happened at the end of last episode, that I wasn't quite understanding what was going on. So while we're here, let's go ahead and make this blank data model. We'll have our Ender Dragon data model, which I think we just got a quest achievement for. So let's check that. What do we get for that? Rare loot. Oh, we can choose something. Hardened up crate. Okay, so white antimatter? No, we've got tons of it laying around. I can get this and this and this and this and that and that and that. I have no idea what this player chest is for, but I've got a bunch of those laying around. We got more of these than I ever care to look at. Those 2 psilocybin, that's it. A speedy hopper. I've got drums. I've got these lights, milk. All this stuff is easy. I've got this stuff coming out of that mob farm over there. That. An emerald storage upgrade would definitely be worth it, because I think the rest of this stuff is pretty simple and straightforward, and it's all coming from my mob farm. Having that would be nice to have. So let's go ahead and get ourselves one more emerald upgrade, and we'll go ahead over here and dump said emerald upgrade into this area. Let's see, where do we put it? Where do we put it? I think, I'm trying to figure out, is there something that's pretty full and it's going to be backing up? Let's just do that. That's going to make a way for us to store more white antimatter, because I get the feeling, see, I've got overflow junk now right here too. All this stuff is overflowing, and what we may end up having to do is put like void things on here just to start throwing them away. This brownstone stuff, it says you move a bit faster on it. When I do U for uses, all it is a building block. I can't find any, like, it'd be nice if a bunch of this stuff we could dissolve and get stuff out of it. Like all this junk, if we could dissolve it and get stuff out of it, but we can't. So void upgrades and stuff like that so that we can get rid of things might be the way to go. How many of these are in here? 16, 18, 21, 512. 4 of those. Okay, so there's some pretty good loot going on in there. So let's see. Do I have my memory thing? Where did I put that? I've got like that little computer thing I'm supposed to be holding. There we go. Let's just put this data model here for now, and that'll be safe. All right. So this manufactory was the next thing we were looking at building, and so we're going to need some steel ingots, lead ingots, flint, redstone, a piston, and a copper solenoid. And that's actually pretty easy. It's 4 copper ingots and 2 iron ingots. So let's go over here and see how much of this that we've got laying about. What do we need right here? A drop of redstone. I see what's really weird is I got a block of redstone here, okay? I think that's being stored in the computer, because when I come over here to this, that's empty. Right click, that's completely empty. Uh-oh. That's also kind of messed up and frustrating, is I've got this locked, but somehow it still let me zero that out. Let's do this. Let's take this redstone from here. Let's take all these blocks of redstone and let's put them over here. I can see the end through the wall. I don't know if that's showing up on YouTube or not. All right, we'll put all that in there. So we've got redstone, and let's go ahead and grab a drop because we know we're going to need it to make that piston. But yeah, I still haven't figured out a way to make it where when I put stuff in here, it stores it in the computer instead of in storage drawers or something like that. Okay, that, and then we'll shut that down. So that will give us that. Let's see how much of this stuff we have. So I need to find flint, and we're going to need to make steel, and there is lead ingots. I thought I had flint. Is there a way to craft flint? There usually is in mod packs. 3 pieces of gravel or a compressed flint block. Ooh, can we chemically make it? Oh, that's easy. Silicon dioxide. We have a ton of that laying around. So let's go ahead and just chemically create some, shall we? And we need 2 pieces. So I need 6 pieces of silicon dioxide. We've got 16,000. I think we're good to go in that department. Oh, grab one more than I need. Okay, there we go. So let's dump that in there. That will get us 2 flint. And I think if I do that, yeah, it takes it right out of my inventory. That's cool. So at the bottom, we need this copper solenoid. And then we're going to need steel. Steel is made, trying to remember, it was one of these machines along the top, wasn't it? An alloy furnace, maybe? Because I think we've had to make this before so far. An induction smelter. I think that's what it was. So an induction smelter, we put steel, or no, iron, and pulverized coal. And we need 2 pieces. So 2 pieces of iron ingot and 8 pieces of pulverized coal. So let's see if we have coal. Oh, look at that. 2 pieces. Convenient. And then iron. Oh, wait. I see some right there. 2, 3, 4. We'll just do 4. So we'll come over here to the pulverizer, infuser, inscriber, pulverizer. Yeah, I still haven't moved this stuff. I'm a bad pig. Uh-oh. Look, I think there was a bunch of pulverized. Pulverized charcoal. That's right. We could use that too. We'll just plug this in here for now. We're going to make a mess of a tree of devices over here if we're not careful. All right, you power up. We have that, so let's run 3. That's what it was. I dumped that in there, and then we ran out of power. So while that's going on, what do we need? The induction smelter? Induction smelter? I can't remember if that thing's going to hold its charge when we break it and move it, or not. Probably not. Let's see, can we place it right there? That'll work. And we're going to eventually figure this out. Okay, so you want that turned on. We'll dump that in there, and that should get us our steel. And we've got it with a hardened kit upgrade, so it's going to go a little bit faster. All right, so oh, no. Piggy didn't pay attention. So one of those for one of those. So we need... What are those? We need more coal. Yep, and I got those wither heads in there I've been gathering also with my looting sword so that we can make 4 of those data models. See, there we go. And that will let us have 4 simulation chambers creating nether stars or something, I think is what we're going to end up needing them for. Great user suggestion. We'll just have to implement it. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Get that going, and then we're going to need to make that. I'll go ahead and bookmark that as well and have that ready to go. Come on, you. We're waiting. Everybody's waiting. We ain't got time for this. Wonder if I could eat these and just end up teleporting correctly over there. Probably not, because watch. It's very random. I want to go that way. No, sir. You're going over here. See how that works? No good. So let's click on you again, and that will make that. Okay, so I need, for this, we need 4 copper, 2 iron. So I know I've got the iron, 2 iron. Do we have copper ingots? I don't think so. But we do have this stuff. So let's see here. Let's do... Uh-oh. And there goes my phone acting up again. I can hear that Enderman. He's sitting over my shoulder. Pretend like he's not there, people. Oh, because he's not there. Okay. Probably up... Wait, I see on journey map. Oh, it's probably up above on the roof. Up on the rooftop was an Enderman. It's not even Christmas yet, Piggy. Calm down. So let's click that and that. Oh, that's going to make 2? Okay. We only needed 1. I bet we're going to end up needing... Oh, the crafting table right there was open. I bet we're going to end up needing more eventually. So a manufactory. We've got that built. Quest complete. Industrializing. Let's check that. What do we get? No, this is the skipping chapters. Piggy, if you read this chapter before you read the chapter previous, you'll have no idea what's going on in the story. So pay attention. So we get this fission reactor casing. Oh, they cut off the G. Transparent or non-transparent. Speed upgrades. We can see we're getting those. And energy upgrades, we're getting those out of the mob farm, so there's no point in picking that. An electromagnet. I'm going to leave these alone for now because we may end up needing these for something, and it might be easier to win as a, what do you call it? As a reward instead of having to craft it. So let's take that off of there, that, and that. And you know what? Let's remove these for now because that's a later... chapter is what it is. So with the manufactory, I bet it needs power, first of all. Energy stored, processing power. Redstone control. That gets transferred to that. Show recipes. So it's a crusher. Not Wesley. Oh, cool. It'll convert rotted flesh to leather. That's silly, because I can just... Oh, wait, maybe it's doubling it. What is this? Okay, bioplastic. There's a first thing that's starting to look like something that we can't normally make. We can make flour, ground cocoa nibs. See, I haven't even found cocoa beans. I might have to, gelatin? Okay. I might have to use the chemical combiner to make cocoa beans. Niter? Let's see here. A bunch of different crushed ores. Elses. Crushed ore elses. It looks like that's the last bit of this is just different crushed items. Crushed quartz. I can make sticks pretty easy, sir. Why would I want to run those through there? So I'm not quite sure what the point of building that manufactory is, except for maybe that gelatin and some other stuff. But let's see here. What's the next quest tree we've got going on? So from the manufactory, we want to make an alloy furnace. Craft an alloy furnace. Creates the alloys that are going to be used a ton in the near future. So I hit A so we can bookmark that, and then let's check. Basic plating, more steel ingots. Okay, we've got the copper solenoid built. A machine chassis. I'm going to bookmark that because I bet that's going to be a bit of work. Steel ingots, tough alloy, and ender pearls. How do you make tough alloy? Molten tough alloy. Ingot farmer alloy furnace. Wait a minute. Are we trying to build an alloy furnace? Yes. So how do you make molten tough alloys? Alloys. Molten lithium? Molten ferroboron? What is that? I've never heard of ferroboron. Salt mixer alloy from molten steel and molten boron. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I get the feeling that these machines are going to start needing steel, so I bet we need to make a stack, which means we need 4 stacks of charcoal. 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, that ran out. You know where we can get more charcoal? I do. Tree farm. Let's see here. Let's grab a stack of iron, dump that back in there. So there may be an edit here. Although I am looking at the time, we're starting to get a little pressed for time. I'll tell you what I'll do. Between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get the charcoal from up here, from this little depository. I'll go ahead and dump that in there and get that pulverizing. And let's dump that in there, and that's going to have that ready to go. So I'm going to make myself a stack of steel. So we can have that all ready. I will get the materials smelted because that's going to take a minute to smelt, and we'll make this this ferroboron stuff. Let's see, how do we make basic plating? Cadmium ingot, lead ingot, and graphite dust. Where does graphite dust come from? A graphite ingot. A manufactory. Pulverized coal makes graphite dust, so we'll make some of that. That'll be pretty easy. Lead ingots are easiest, so cadmium, okay, and I think I have cadmium laying around. Let's look here and see, where does cadmium come from? We can get it from cadmium sulfide, a record, or a cadmium ingot. So where does cadmium sulfide come from? Lime dye. And I think I've done some of that. You cook the cactus to make green, and then you add bone meal to it. Yep, and that'll get lime dye. So I've done a bunch of that off camera as well. So that will be all that stuff. So let's go ahead and look at upgrading these chests, because I know I keep needing to do that, and I figure maybe we could look at doing that real quick at the end of the episode. So we need to upgrade these chests to a diamond chest. Diamond chest. So iron chest, that's these 3. Gold to diamond. Diamond to crystal. Diamond to obsidian. So it looks like we need to make it a gold chest. So gold chest. So gold to diamond. iron to gold, silver to gold. I know I've got tons of iron. So iron, okay, so we're going to surround one block of iron with, or one ingot of iron with 8 of gold. So how do we make an iron chest? Click that. No, that's copper, wood to iron. There we go. Okay, so a piece of a plank surrounded by iron will upgrade that. So what I want to do is, here's the other thing I was thinking. To make this stuff filter correctly, right over here is where our, what is this called, a drawer controller is at, and you have to be 25 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll get us to here. The trim is in the corner, so that's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's going to reach tartar sauce. Oh my gosh. I may have to come up with a crafty way of doing that. Unless y'all know of it. Maybe there's a setting in there or something that will keep me from doing it. So I guess for now, I'll just go ahead and do it. But I'll do this off camera as well, because it's just going to be a bunch of crafting. But we've looked at the recipes. I'm going to make some upgrades for these chests right here, because that's got tools and junk. That's got unused machinery. And this has got all these dimlet things. And what I'll do here, we could do it like this. We could take this brownstone stuff and put that there. So that's going to have a spot to go. So that should start filtering in there and filling up. So that's that chest handled. And then a bunch of this junk, we can make some void upgrades. Like, I don't need a whole bunch of these glasses. I really don't expect to use a whole bunch of those explosives. So I may go through and do that, just like figure out a way to void out a whole bunch of this stuff. But I'm going to do that off camera just to save y'all the headache of watching that monotonous crafting. So I have got my homework cut out for me between episodes. I need to upgrade these chests. I need to make a bunch of steel and some of that ferrous sturf, molten ferroburn. Which is going to be from molten steel and molten boron, which I definitely have. So I'll do that off camera. I'll get all that prep work ready to go. And maybe what I should do is also look at the quests. Maybe do a little bit of research on these items. Get myself a list of materials prepped and ready off camera. And then we can start building them and experimenting with them. And you know what I just realized? Look at the way this chapter is built. Okay, I guess that's the end point. Rhodium? Oh, maybe not. Okay, see, this one always led to, so far they've led to different dimensions. That's the end point. I wonder what that unlocks. Maybe we have to do chapter 4 and 5 to open up the finale? Jimmy Neutron. Not even going to look at that mess. That's a whole bunch of mess for another day. But if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. And if you want to see more of these as I release them, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And if you want YouTube to notify you, click the bell. Ring the bell, and maybe Pavlov's dog will come running and bring you a message that a new video's come out. But I'm going to get myself prepped and ready for next episode, and that is when I hope to see you is in the next episode.